I have my coffee if you want to have some coffee. KitchenAid. Yeah, it doesn't show anymore. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Susie and I'm here joined by my mother, Arden.
Hi.
And as promised, we are going to teach you how to make Portuguese sweetbread, which is one of my mom's famous breads generally made for holidays during my childhood.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You have to get the right temperature of the water. My brother now makes it, and we have an annual Thanksgiving talk about it every year because he makes it for the family, and he's given me some tips over the years too. My best friend and I used to get together and eat it for lunch almost every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you make it?
We made it. I think she made it and I made it, and we were with each other every day.
When you were like 20?
I was about 25, and we melted Munster cheese on it and ate it for lunch every day. So I made it a lot then.
I've never heard this story. You heard it here
I saved it
first,
I saved it for our podcast.
I knew this was going to happen. Okay, so it's from the Betty Crocker International Cookbook, but it's a well-loved one. When I made it.
I've looked at other international cookbooks, Betty Crocker's, and all of them fell apart for people.
Yeah, the binding wasn't
Even
good,
in the library, yeah, it wasn't bound well. And then of course, I'm not the kind of person that actually takes the time to get it in order. I just figure I can find it when I need it. This is not the way that I ever made it. I didn't make it like this once. I made it like a challah bread. I always braided it.
That's interesting.
And put, I just thought it looked nicer. And
people always ask me if it's challah when I bring it. And
I know, it looks like challah.
But it's really similar because it's an eggy bread too. I think challah is also a little sweet.
But it's way denser.
Makes really good French toast.
Oh.
Yeah, that's really good. And toast in general. I feel like that's my favorite way to eat this bread is toasted with jam on it.
2 packages active dry yeast. If that's all you have in the house, I would use an extra half a package. Just because this bread takes a lot of work to rise up because there's so many heavy ingredients in it.
I never have used more than the recipe, so I'm sure you can do it like that. Also, you usually make one loaf.
I make one big loaf, which I don't know if I'll do that anymore now that I saw yours.
That might make it harder to rise too.
The eggs, there's 3 eggs. We did keep the butter out to get them to room temperature, but the eggs need to be room temperature as well. So if you haven't done that, get 3 eggs out or whatever recipe you're using.
I'm gonna juggle, everybody.
And put it in warm, gently, put it in a glass. Oh, you already have them. Okay, sorry. Get it on hot water and let it sit in the hot water for maybe 3 minutes. So, because what you don't want is for the butter that's room temperature to all of a sudden get hard by hitting the eggs that are cold.
Very true.
So you really, if you're smart, and we weren't about this, you just get them out 2 hours ahead of time.
And how about your measuring swans, Mom?
It's really cool. What's really cool about this, I have to tell you, Susie, is I've never used them for measuring cups.
Well,
I use them for kids stacking toys.
That's a good idea.
Anyway, what I wanted to say is, for years, people have wanted me to have a cooking show.
That's true.
And finally, I'm on a cooking show. I just like to feed people, and especially my family.
I wonder where I got it from.
Yeah, that's where you got it from. We cooked, and we took turns cooking. We went to restaurants. We were really foodies, even then.
I didn't cook.
You baked.
I baked. Yeah, I never cooked until I went to college.
Yeah, that's true.
But I did bake.
The important part with the yeast, I think my brother got it to 103 degrees with a thermometer. He's way more technical than me. Maybe it was. You know what? It might. I wish I could get him on the phone.
110, I think, around.
Okay. Let's get it to almost hot. Almost hot.
Somebody's calling you, Mama.
Oh. You are now on TV. We're making Portuguese sweetbread. Yeah, I'm sure she'll cut this part out anyway. She's having heart palpitations. Oh, you're calling because you really are having heart palpitations. Oh. I can't help you with that right now. No, you're not gonna die. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, this is how warm I like my water. It says 100.
Yeah, that is warm. That'll work.
15.
That will work.
It's gonna work, folks. How much yeast then?
Do
How about
2 tablespoons?
2 tablespoons. Okay.
Yeah, do 2 tablespoons,
Okay.
and I'll warm up the milk. Wonder if I could do it in these geese. Let's try it. You can ride around in the microwave. He never has taken a ride.
Oh my goodness.
The reason that you don't melt butter and you keep it at room temperature is because you'll have to incorporate more flour if you melt the butter. And you don't want your bread to be dry. I learned that after years of baking.
It's good to know.
Okay, so this is perfect temperature.
All right, here he goes. He's gonna pee into our bread.
Mm.
Yikes. When I make this, I measure out my sugar and I sprinkle on about a 1/4 cup of it now.
Yeah, that's a
feed
good
the
idea to
yeast.
feed the yeast. Yeah, great idea. And this is why it's called Portuguese sweetbread. Okay. It'll start foaming up pretty soon.
If it doesn't foam ever, sometimes I put it in the oven with just the light on.
Really?
As if it were bread proofing, just to warm up the temperature a little bit.
We should tell my brother that.
I've done that when I've been scared that it wouldn't rise.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I couldn't tell you if that's what did it.
Susie is very brave because one thing she made that nobody has ever attempted to make are Philadelphia sticky buns that I make, and I hate making them. And she made them, and the first time they came out perfect. Yeah, I think we have to give it some more time. Maybe a bag this size, which is only half, I might put it in for 30 seconds because if it gets hot, the middle of it tends to get hot, it'll kill the yeast, so you gotta be careful.
I also have never done this, but it's an exciting little moment.
Mm-hmm. You just add little tricks along the way if you've made it enough times.
Just to add flair
Yeah.
and just to dumbfound people reading your recipes in the future.
Okay, let's see if this is right. Yeah, it's kind of warm. Yeah, warm. You just don't want cold. This takes long enough to rise without starting with cold flour.
I can actually hear this bubbling now. Look at it.
You're right. Ooh, it is.
It's like freaking out.
It's feeding. That's our only
It's like
pet.
saffron when I first nurse her in the morning. I'm gonna put the rest of the sugar in.
Okay. And this is such an old-fashioned recipe. I don't think this is in any of the newer cookbooks. They're telling us to use margarine. No, we would never use margarine. You can put the salt in now.
Okay. Wow,
It
she's
is
really
a teaspoon
going
of
crazy.
salt. Well, yeah. 3 eggs and the butter. Let's see, how much butter? 1/2 cup. So I softened 2. We just need 1 then.
Isn't there a nursery rhyme about goosey goosey gander?
Yeah, but it's not a good one. Goosey, goosey gander, whither dost thou wander? Upstairs and downstairs, and in my lady's chamber. There I saw an old man who wouldn't say his prayers. I took him by the left leg and threw him down the stairs.
You want to taste it?
No. You can. You're an adult now. I'll take care of Safi with Cody if you have to go to the hospital because of the eggs. Get all that dough in there. Turn it off to do it.
Time to live on the edge.
Man, I would not do that. But, whoa, you are very...
What do you think he's gonna do?
You're wild, Susie. Does it feel like Safi's leg?
Probably nice and warm.
I I would say 5 minutes in the KitchenAid.
Yeah.
And then it rises in a warm place for about 1.5 to 2 hours.
I want to sprinkle in just a splash more flour. Still sticking to the bottom.
Sure. You probably should make French bread too. Not today.
Oh, now you're getting high on the spotlight, aren't you?
Yeah.
I've never made it.
That
so
way, if I
would be
can't
fun.
find a recipe, because I often lose my recipes or misplace things, I can just go on YouTube and watch us do it.
Yeah. Subscribe and like. Come back for more Arden.
Maybe.
If we get enough likes.
Smash that like button. So you can just leave it right in the KitchenAid. Because what I do, I put it down, I cover it with a tea towel as much as I can. I leave the hook in there. And then in order to push it down again, I just put the KitchenAid back up and have it go a few seconds, and it gets the air out of the
Do
bread.
I take this off?
No, I don't.
Guess we'll see you back here in an hour and a half or so.
Yes, we will. Maybe Saffron will be up from her nap.
We are back. It's been about 2 hours and our bread has risen. It's beautiful.
Like most other recipes, that would be over the top and hanging out the edges. Don't worry if it takes 2 hours, because that's normal.
Throw the switch.
There it goes. All right, that's good.
You said it was supposed to feel like Saffron's leggy.
It does, except hers aren't as sticky.
Yeah, only if she gets into candy.
Okay. Sometimes they don't look very artistic, and other times they come out perfect, but they always taste fantastic.
I have found ways to make them
Oh, well, good.
look. Okay, so to make 3 little wormies. My
Right.
recipe says to make them the length of the pan you're using.
Okay, I've got mine done.
Okay, mine's being a bit stubborn.
Okay, so are you gonna show me a way of braiding that's really good? Because I'll just braid mine.
Sure, I'll show you what I do.
Okay.
I pinch the little ends together,
Oh, good idea.
and then I take the
Ooh.
pieces.
Uh-huh.
Here, you might want to move your arm. It gets vigorous. And I move them almost horizontally to get the most
Wow.
braid for my buck. So,
Wow. I never thought of doing that.
so I take this one and I pretty much put it like
Yeah.
sideways.
Right. And that goes there, right? Yeah. Okay.
This is how it
Yep.
goes.
Oh, wow,
Okay,
that's awesome.
That's how I do it. Kind of like
I would not-
sideways.
Chris, are you paying attention? For
Chrissy.
Thanksgiving, you can do it this way. I don't know if you already do. Okay.
Okay, so we'll put them on.
Here she is. There's a baby. Damn, I was freezing out there. I was freezing out there.
I don't like it. I just sprayed the pans. So each gets one.
I have old. These pans are really, really old.
Okay, B will see you back after this rise. Our breads have risen a little bit again. It's been like an hour. And now we're going to baste them and sprinkle them with sesame seeds.
Egg yolk,
And
a splash of milk, by the way, I did find out from talking to my brother that he uses a thermometer and gets the temperature up to about 115 to proof the yeast. So I'll sprinkle on. We like a lot of sesame seeds.
extra protein.
They're so good.
Ooh, wow, you really do it.
I do a lot. Everybody loves sesame seeds. Almost everybody, I think.
So when the oven's preheated, we'll pop them in and then we will check back with you.
So you want me to get them out now?
Sure.
I think they're done.
It's time time to get the bread out.
They smell done.
We think.
But I had to cover them while you were upstairs because they looked like they were getting too dark. So let's see what this one looks like. Oh, good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Ooh! Ow!
Yeah, they came out really good.
All right,
Ready?
cheers.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Totally cooked and really moist and tender still.
Warning, if you make this one year, you will never get away with not making it every year. That's what happened to Chris. Delicious.
So we encourage you to make this for your Thanksgiving or Christmas family gathering.
Easter's really nice too.
Easter also really nice. And I think everybody will really love it and you'll have fun making it too. So check it out. The recipe will be in the description box, and give it up for my mama. She did an awesome job as her debut. So maybe we'll get her back on here again. Leave a comment if you want my mom to make another appearance on my show. All right, I will see you next week. Thanks for joining us.